anything, but I
That's
pray that
okay.
you all. Okay, cool. Yeah, look, I can't see nobody. The functionality for this is throwing me completely off. But if you all are in here and you're watching, listen, welcome first of all to Eagle Chats. And today we are doing an Eagle Chat with Career Services, and particularly the Central Campus Career Services managers right here with us. When she's speaking, for all the career service managers across the district. And we just want to say, y'all, listen, have a good time. Get you a little bit of pen and paper out so you can take a few notes, because we definitely want to make sure that you all have a good time understanding exactly what career services offers. Now, first of all, we have Miss Felicia Lucas. She's definitely our career services manager at the Central Campus. But Felicia, listen, now I'm on the fly with this because, again, I know my team likes to use WebEx. I'm a Zoom man. Maybe I've been in Zoom too much. And I'm just at a point where, that's where my fluidity is. So I'm trying to get this whole WebEx thing down, because I know we want to definitely point our students this direction. But in the meantime, Felicia, why don't you do me a favor and just kind of introduce yourself, and then tell them about, kind of who you are and what you do as a career service manager for Houston Community College.
All right. Well, welcome everybody that's on. Like Carl, I can't see you either, but I know you're out there virtually. And so I'm excited that we have an opportunity to communicate with you virtually. So, obviously many of you, when you're on campus, you're able to come into the career offices. And for those of you who don't know who Career Services, I'll give you a little tidbit in just a minute. But we're glad that we can connect with you. I am a lifelong educator. I've been in education for over 20 years, in higher education, in particular in student services. So my entire career has been built around helping students go through college, finish college successfully in various roles I played. So I've been with HTC a little over 3 years, but I'm not new to career services. I've been in the field of career services about 10 years. So lots of experience that I bring, and hopefully you can draw upon that today. So I'm here to answer any questions you may have in chat. But for those of you
That's
who are not,
no
okay,
good.
great. Very, very good. Well, for those of you who are not familiar with Career Services is an office here. It's a part of your tuition. It's nothing extra you have to pay for. But we're here and we like to see ourselves as a bridge. So we like to bridge what's happening in your classroom educationally to the world of work. So our office is unique in that we are both inward facing and what we call outward facing. So we spend a lot of time with students like yourselves, helping you to be developed and prepared to get in front of an employer, right? So a lot of development with you. But then we also spend much of our time in the world of work, in the business world, making sure we're making connections with employers. I say probably 50% of our time is spent talking to people who don't even work at HCC. We're dealing with businesses and institutions and organizations that can possibly hire you when you graduate. So we're inward facing and outward facing. So we're working for you while you're in class. We're working for you. We're making sure we're making connections so that when you're ready to get in front of an employer, you'll have employers to connect with. Um, that's the gist of who we are as far as career services, but we have a lot of ways that we help you as far as the student side. So I know the first thing that everybody thinks about, or a lot of people think about when they think about career services, is resumes, right? That's like the basic, okay? So of course we
Right.
do that. We spend a lot of time helping you all with your resumes and making sure that resumes are prepared, but there's way more to job development or student development when it comes into the world of work than your resume. So I'm hoping that you have some questions that I can answer today, but we spend time making sure that you're developed professionally. We talk about networking. We talk about soft skills, the things that employers are telling us are important to them. We want to bring that to you so that you're prepared when you get in front of that employer. We also spend time bringing employers to campus. Now, we know we're in a pandemic and we know we're virtual. So just like we're here today virtually, we do the
Yeah.
same services, but we do it virtually. So we will have, for instance, not many weeks ago, we had Fort Bend ISD on, and they were in a setting just like this with students who logged in, who were interested in particular in jobs at that, with that particular entity. So we do things like that virtually, just as we would have done it if we were on campus. Um, we make sure that we spend time with you teaching you how to search for a job, because there's actually a way to do it. Before I got into this field, I would take spaghetti and throw it at the wall. Not literally, but I just kind of put it out there. I was like, let's see if this
Right.
works. And it doesn't work. And so many people, if you're not ever taught how to look for a job, you can waste a lot of time. And I like to tell people this, career services, we're not in your classrooms, we're not your instructors, but you don't want to leave us here and not utilize us while you're here in school. I like to ask students when I'm in face-to-face settings, how many people like Chick-fil-A? And everybody raises their hand. Like, who doesn't like Chick-fil-A? And the way I see our service is that if you go to Chick-fil-A and you get the chicken sandwich, you don't leave the waffle fries or the lemonade. You can't do it. It's a crime, right? You got to get the waffle fries and the lemonade. So the way I
You
see career
got to.
services, you come here, you go to school, you spend so much time academically making sure you understand the work and you're prepared to get in front of an employer. But you don't want to leave the waffle fries and lemonade, and that's us. We're the extra, but we're the extra that makes the difference when it gets you in front of an employer.
Right. Now let me ask you this, because I mean, you said a mouthful. They know now that you guys are definitely here for us and them, right? The
Yes.
I guess the biggest question that I think, and I'm thinking from a student perspective when I'm asking you
Okay.
this, because I know
Okay.
you got the answers, y'all got it set up, but I want to just kind of think like them, because I know they'll be in the chat asking some questions a little later. But to be very honest with you, with the pandemic and everything we're in, like, is the overall job market hiring or not? Like, what does that look like? And I know we're dealing with this virtually, but how can you help me virtually? Like, in helping get a job, what does that look like? Talk to me.
Okay. No, well, those are good questions. So the first question about the job market is, I like to say it's a buyer's market, meaning that the students are the buyers. This is a market right now. The job market is very strong. Despite the pandemic, people are hiring. They are looking for people to work for them. Now, we went through, there's ebb and flows. So when the pandemic first started, obviously there were some challenges in the job market, especially
Hmm.
hospitality,
That's right.
travel, any type of job market that you had to be face to face, where we had a lot of uncertainties, then yeah, some things were challenged. We've come out of that, for them, not necessarily completely, but the industries have relaxed now that there's a vaccination out, or they've come up with things that make them feel comfortable to keep people safe in those environments. So the environments that were troubled are not as troubled as they were before. But people are hiring. Now, what we found is that through the different aid that has been given through our government entities, that it's made some of us comfortable. So with that being comfortable, people who would have been working hadn't had to, because they've had a little bit of a cushion, which makes it better for you as a student.
That's right.
So this is the time for you to apply. They are offering incentives, they are offering signing bonuses, they are paying more than normal, and this is in a
That's right.
variety of industries. So this is the time to really start talking to people, even if you haven't graduated yet. You want to begin to make connections, especially with your career center, so that we can know who you are, what your strengths are, how we can direct you to an employer when you're ready. Because this is, you want to like strike when the iron is hot, and the iron has been hot for a while. So this is the time to be connected
Right.
with us, because you're going to get a better deal if it were, right? Because you're coming in when they really, really need you. So the job market is hot. That's the first question. The second thing you asked was like, how can we help you? Like, how can career services help you get out there? The first thing I would say, if you're looking for to connect with us for help, because there's levels to it, but the very basic thing is to connect to your Career Hub account. The Career Hub is the virtual career center. It's open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. It's where we transact business for you with employers. If you are a student of HCC, and you are, because you're here today, you already
Right.
have a free account. Your account is already there. You literally have to sign in with your universal sign in and activate your account. So it's already there. It's been created for you. That would be the first thing I would say that you need to do, um, so that you are able to begin to communicate with us, and we can teach you how to begin to utilize the website and take advantage of the different services that we have in the office. So that would be the beginning.
So let me ask you this, Miss Felicia. I mean, is there, lightly speaking, if a student is sitting here right now, let's just say some just plugged in just at this moment, they hear you say the Career Hub, they're like, okay, where is that? What is that? Where do I get to that at? I mean, I don't know if you're able to do a share screen. Maybe are you able to touch the share screen and see if you can just kind of show us that a
Mm-hmm.
little bit, and that way they kind of have an idea, because I want to make sure with this particular Eagle chat that they are able to, grasp, at least going there and then navigating their way.
Exactly. So I'm going to do that. Let me get queued up here, and I'm going to show you
All
how
right.
you can get to the Career Hub. I've also just placed it in your chat as well so that
Okay.
you can have it, the link in your chat. So let me share really quickly.
That's
And let
cool.
me
Y'all
know.
grab that link, grab it, copy, paste it right quick, and maybe even copy it and put it on a notepad or something. Because you definitely want to be able to get there.
Okay. So you should be able to see my screen now. This is
Okay.
just
Yeah, we can see it.
HCC's. Okay,
Yep.
good, good. So we're just logged into HCC. We've logged into HCC account. In particular, one of the easiest ways to get to it, you may see my cursor moving, is going to support services.
Uh-huh.
When you're in support services, you go to career planning. You have now entered our world, right? We're the ones that help you. So you go to career planning. Now, I won't read all of this, but this is good stuff now.
Right.
We need y'all to read
Right.
it so that you can understand how we're helping you.
Get your read on.
That's right. Get your read on. We also have a tour here. It's a video tour, not more than 1 minute and 50 seconds of showing you how to, once you open the account, how to actually go about doing it, how to schedule an appointment. Those are there for you. But in particular, you can see this is information about all our career centers, how to contact us, right? Okay, so that's the first page. The next thing I want to do is I want to go to the actual career hub where you can do a little bit more with us. So let me go to the search, and I'm going to put career hub.
No space.
No spaces. All
Career
right,
hub.
so we're right here. It comes up. This is the same. This link that I just typed in the search is the same link you have in your chat.
Gotcha.
So this page looks similar, but this one is a little different because it's taking you into the career hub, when the career planning page just talk to you about all the stuff that we do for you, right? So you can see that this page is where everybody enters. If you're an enrolled student, you would enter here where it says enrolled students. If you're an alumni, you're not yet, but if you were alumni, you can come in and still access account. An employer could access the account here. Faculty, we have faculty that work with us in here. Staff, so we're in here working as well. So this is where you access the account. Now there's going to be a certain amount of, I can only go to a certain extent because I'm not a student. However, I'm going to just open this, enrolled student. Okay, so it's acting wonky because it knows I'm a staff person, right? So it's not going to let me go in that way. But this is how you would go in. You would go in here through the enrolled student. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's that's you don't even have to go any further. I just want to make sure they get there because a lot of it, you guys, you're definitely going to have to put yourself in position to be able to get as much information as possible. But she has definitely led you to the front door of Career Hub, and I'm telling you, one of the things, even just listening to her, I know that they have a lot of stuff that we don't know that you all can actually use that they can tell you more about. The biggest thing is to know that you have this at your fingertips. As a student of Houston Community College, you have access to be able to try to find how to get placed at a job, or even just find out what jobs are looking for, employees, prospective employees, and you want to see whether or not you're qualified. Now, let me ask you this, Ms. Felicia, because and before I even do that, those that are in here, y'all put a 1 in the chat right now. Just put the number 1 if you understood exactly what she just said, and just kind of, because I want a little bit of feedback. This is my only way to get some feedback. Just throw a 1 in the chat if what she just said was, kind of, understandable. You know what I'm saying? Y'all throw a 1 in the chat. Appreciate you. Olga, I see you guys. That's what I'm talking about. Fong, I see you. Rochelle, I see you. This is good. This is Ronald. What up, Kioka? I see you. This is all good. I want to make sure that y'all lock and load because she definitely has a lot of information. And no matter what particular college or HCC campus that you're at, you can definitely find your career service manager and your career service officer. Mari, I see you. You want to make sure that you definitely stay in tune with them. Now, I do want to ask this, Ms. Felicia, because this is always kind of keen too. I am new to the work world. I've never had a resume, and I'm afraid to tell people, or even you, that I don't have a resume. How can you even help me establish that? Because I know these jobs that you're telling me about and signing bonuses and all that sounds all glory and beautiful, but I don't have a resume. What? How can y'all help me with that?
We can, and especially for someone who does not have a lot of work experience or you've never written a resume. For a student in that position, I would advise you to make an appointment with us, because what's going to happen is a lot of times people think I've never worked before, so I don't have experience. But as we listen to you and talk to you, you do have experience. It may be volunteering, it may be a project that you worked on in class. There's various ways that we can help you to talk about what you've experienced, even if it hasn't been on a formalized job. So that's going to be a one-on-one appointment that you can easily set through that career hub, which we just talked about accessing, and make an appointment with the career coach, because we can walk you through helping you. And you never want to be afraid. We're the people you want to tell. We're here
That's
to
right.
help you. So there's no dumb question. There's no situation that's not as experienced as it needs to be. That's what this office is here for, is to help you.
Gotcha. Okay, so this is great information. Now, I want to take you another direction. We know the campuses are a little thin, and allowing us to be able to come up there and and be able to kind of put some eyes on a real person, so to speak. Um, you guys in career fairs, and how am I supposed to be exposed to career fairs? I mean, are we doing this thing virtual? How's that working?
Yes, well, most of our career fairs initially, when the prior to the fall semester, we were planning them on site, face to face. But
Okay.
obviously, there's been a pivot with HCC's administration, and with that pivot, there was a decision made for us to move a lot of our programming virtually. So
Okay.
the first few career, let me go here. We have quite a few career fairs that are coming up too. I want to make sure that you all knew about them. But the first few career fairs that we have that are coming up are going to be virtual. So we've done it before, so it's not difficult for us to do. We played with it, if you will, last semester, to make sure that all of us as staff knew how to conduct a career fair virtually. It's very similar to an environment that you're in right now, and you go into rooms and speak to employers. So we have it set up for us to do for you. Our biggest career fair that we're preparing for is going to be October the 6th, and that will have
October
all
6th.
majors. October the 6th, and I'll type that in the
I'm
chat.
okay. I was
Oh,
about to do that. Yeah.
okay, go ahead. I'll
Yeah.
let you do that. That is all majors. So no matter what major you are, you can make sure that and we have a morning time and an afternoon time for that. So that helps for the convenience factor
Now, is
for
that
you.
going to be that is for all the colleges?
That is for all of the colleges.
Okay.
That is going to be October the 6th, and that's our main career fair for the semester. However, we have other career fairs. We have career fairs that are going to be generated by the college based on your COE or your major. And I'm looking here right now at our calendar, and I can see that we have an automotive one coming up. And for anything that has to do with automotive technology, that's coming up in September, the 22nd. We have an engineering career fair that's happening on October the 27th. Health sciences in October. Whoa, we got a lot of stuff here. Law enforcement, construction.
Wow.
All of this is happening this semester.
And do
So
they start at a certain time?
most of the career fairs are from 10 to 1.
10 to 1, Ronald.
10 to 1, with the exception of the October one. That's for all
Okay.
one. And that is
Okay.
a 10 to 1 time. And then let me not make an error. There's an evening time too. That's usually from 2 to 6, but I want to see if I can access that time. I believe it's from 2 to 6 is the second time
Mhm.
for the afternoon.
That is good. You're welcome, Ronald. I know he says thanks. I'm gonna open this floor for questions, so y'all be getting your questions together as soon as she wraps on this part. I'm gonna definitely open the floor, and we're gonna definitely go through some question answer, because I know y'all got some questions. If you don't, that means she did a wonderful job. If you do, she still did a wonderful job.
Thank you. That's what I
Amen.
can access right now. They're gonna
Okay.
when you sign into your career hub on the links that I've given you in chat, and I can post those again if you need me to. It's going
Uh,
to give you a tour of your career hub as well as how to schedule an appointment. That's going to be the most important thing to get locked in, is to make sure that you know how to access it, and then you can have access to all the career fairs and register at that time.
That's good. We appreciate that link. Well, let's jump into another phase of it where we get a chance to, because we don't want to eat up everybody's time, but we're gonna make sure we be efficient with your time as well. The Donna Turner says, "Do you all help with work study?"
Well, that's a good question, Donna. And we have the question all the time. Now, we work very closely with financial aid. However, the work study program is managed through the financial aid department here at HCC. So if you're needing to find work, they work along with us, and they now post work study jobs in the Career Hub. Once again, we keep talking about that Career Hub because that's the brainchild of how we manage career services. So you can access your file and go in and see who's hiring. We also work with financial aid because now not only does financial aid make opportunities available for students on campus, but you can work at companies outside of HCC now. That's a new program that financial aid has for students who qualify for work study. And so we help work with financial aid to identify those employers and make sure that students' resumes are sent to those employers as well.
Good deal. Keoka Harrison. Keoka says, "What if your resume is not good enough?"
Oh,
I don't
that's
know
a
what
good
that means.
question.
What
Yeah, because the thing is, that's a great question because we do it every day and you don't. You know what I'm saying? So
right,
you don't have
right.
to feel bad about a resume not looking good. That's what you're paying us to. Your tuition pays us. So we're supposed to help you. And so if your resume, when you submit your resume in the Career Hub for review, we will either approve it or we'll say that it's not approved. If it's not approved, many times you'll see that a career rep will put notes in there, kind of give you some tidbits on what you need to do. Or if they feel that
Okay.
it's just it's more work that's going to be needed to be done, they'll encourage you to make an appointment, and it'll be much like we are right now, a virtual appointment, and they'll walk you through what you need to do.
Wow. Hey, that was perfect. Because I know that it's hard for a student to hand across or email their resume if they're not confident in it. You know what I'm saying? So I know that has a lot to do with confidence as well. You know what I'm saying? If I know that I've created a resume that really exemplifies me, that has a little experience, but I'm able to articulate it on this resume. I can hand it across with a sense of authority. Understanding. Belief in who I am. But when I really don't know if I did it right, and then secondly, I'm not too excited about what I see on it. Then it makes
Yes.
me be a little bit weary in going in there and applying for that particular job. So no, that was well said. All right, so let's
Yes.
see. Any other questions? Y'all put some questions in there. Let me know. We got a few more minutes. I want to make sure that while you all have the full undivided attention of Miss Felicia Lucas, Career Services Manager, you want to make sure you get those questions in there. And I think that the greatest thing is to be able to get it firsthand like you all are getting it. That's the whole objective of this Eagle Chat, is to be able to let you all know that we want to make sure that y'all know about these other departments that we have under student services. Now, one thing I want to do while you all are thinking of a couple of more questions is I want to make sure that you all stay locked on hccs.ed. I'm sorry, hccs.presence.io, and I'll put that in the chat too. That way, most of you probably already know about it, but I want to make sure that we stay kind of locked on that as well. But stay locked on to that. It'll tell you how to be able to get the points that participating in these student life events, and then the upcoming events that we have very soon. As a matter of fact, I had something pulled up a second ago, and I want to make sure you all know about that as well. Let's see. Yeah, so I think what we have left, let's see, we have tomorrow, we have financial aid. And I guess that's going to be a good work study question, for that person that asked about the work study question. Tomorrow at 12 noon, we're going to have an Eagle Chat. I think our last Eagle Chat of the week is going to be tomorrow at 12 noon. So you guys want to make sure that you definitely move into that. Now, Ronald just asked a question. He said, "Is there a direct link to meet Miss Lucas? Is there a direct link to meet you?" I think
Yes.
that's a great
Well,
question.
yeah, that is a great question. Well, you schedule any appointment with myself or any manager or career rep through your Career Hub. That's how you schedule the appointment. Now, what I'll
Mhm.
do is I'll go here and leave my department number in the chat. If you want to give us a call at here at Central, give me a second and I'll pull that up for you. And then I'll also leave my email address as well.
Right. And for those that, while she's doing that, those that need to be reiterated on our social media as it relates to student life, for Instagram and Facebook, our tag is the HCC Student Life. You can find our pages there. And Ms. Regina just put up the upcoming student events. Thank you, Regina, for that. And she just put that link up as well. So you all want to make sure y'all just stay in tune. If you all don't understand what the Eagle Points are, they are on the presence page, but the Eagle Points is as you accrue, I'm gonna say accrue or either accumulate points. We do have some wonderful, and this is per college, some wonderful items that you all can cash those points in for. And I mean, anything from hoodies to your Yeti cups, I think, umbrellas. We have some really nice things that you all want to be able to get. And if any of you that are on here like free, y'all do me a favor right now in the chat and put the word free in the chat. Don't be bougie. I'm gonna be the first to put it in there. I put free in there. Look, there you go, Fong. Fong said, Destiny said free. Audrey said free. Glenda said free. Man, they are coming through. And Mari said free. Man, listen, I'm not bougie. Kyoka said free. I love free because I always tell people the only way the rich stay rich is they stop spending their own money. Free is free. Everybody like a little bit of free. And guess what? You get, speaking of free, you guys get some free assistance. Rochelle said free with exclamation points. I am not mad at that. Regina said points, giveaways, hoodies, cups, umbrellas, t-shirts, movie passes, etc. Thank you, Regina. Kyoka said free 99. I love it. Listen, I love the word free. Listen, y'all, you also get free help from career services. You get free assistance from your advisors. You get free assistance from financial aid. Listen, the biggest thing about it is y'all are students. Use all the resources that are at your fingertips to be able to help benefit this holistic student experience that we want you to be able to experience at Houston Community College. And I'm telling you, at the end of the life, we are student life. We like to keep you guys full of life. Like this shirt says, life without student life is not life. Come on, man. Don't act like y'all know that. We appreciate it. Glenda say thank you all for your hard work. We appreciate that. Listen, Miss Felicia, if you can, again, give out a way that they can contact you, and then we're gonna get ready to wrap up. Again, y'all, let's hear from her, and then we'll give her a round of applause. Go ahead, Miss Felicia.
Yes, well, once again, you can contact any of our offices by going to hccs.edu. You can type in the search career planning. That takes you to the access to all career centers that focus on different majors. So you can see what major is lines with yours and call that career center. You can also go to hccs.edu/career hub, and that's how you activate your account. I've also placed in the chat for you 2 quick videos that you can watch to just show you how to navigate, but you can always call any of the offices if you have any questions or concern. My email and phone number is in the chat, so you're welcome to give me a call or send me an email, and I'll be happy to answer any questions that way as well.
Cool. And Kyoka says, thank you. First time back after 19 years. We want to say welcome home. You know, anytime people coming back, we say welcome home. Regina said, thank you. See you guys again. Ronald said, thanks for the time and help. Once again, y'all do me a favor. Put the excited hands in the chat if you can do that. We want to give a big round of applause for Miss Felicia Lucas, giving us a little bit of your time, dedicating a little bit of your service to just talk to us directly. We know you're busy. We know you got a lot going on. At the end of the day, anytime people take a little time out to be able to talk to us directly, we love it. Kyoka, I see you. Destiny says, yay. This is their way of giving you a round of applause. And again, for myself and the entire Student Life team, we want to say we appreciate you. Shout out to Miss Ashley Rose. Shout out to Miss Regina Wilson, Miss Janet Vines, Miss Dominique Brown, and definitely Armando Galvin Cruzes for being able to be supportive in the student life effort and being able to bring great events to students. At the end of the day, y'all stay locked and loaded. We got a lot more this semester. Go out and do your thing. One thing I always say, don't do nothing we wouldn't do, do everything we would. The last thing, go be great. Felicia, we'll see you. Appreciate y'all.
Bye, everybody.